welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the second part of the review for the Umbrella Academy. So we left off, we watched episode 1 through 3. Now we've seen episode 4 and 5. Had to remember that because I wasn't too sure. Yeah, so we've just watched 4 and 5 and it's getting more interesting. The last part we left on is they had the big fight in the mansion and they saw that Luther, number one, his body. So they got to see the ape form. So it starts off with like a flashback of number one being the only one that actually stood by the dad. He's like a loyal soldier and he sent him off to a mission, and it was only him. He sent him off to this very important mission, and he came back, and he was like basically like a life support. Like he wasn't gonna make it. So the dad took it upon himself. Was like, this is our only choice is to give him the serum. So they gave him the serum, and they showed like flashbacks throughout the episode, and like when he would come to, he was like his whole upper body was like of a gorilla ape-ish type. Yeah, so also number 4, Klaus, was kidnapped by the people who are looking for number 5. So they're trying to figure out how to get information about where number 5 is from him, but he doesn't know. So, you know, that's pretty much it. So everything they're trying to do to torture him, he's like, it's just not working for him until they try to take his drugs, because we all know that he loves his drugs because he doesn't want to see the spirits, the ghosts, whatever. We also get a little bit more in detail with number 7. She's spending a lot more time with this new guy. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name at the moment currently. I'll remember it. I'll remember it in the next video. She's spending more time with him, and the sister doesn't like it. She feels something's off with him, but you know, number 7, she feels like, oh, this is finally someone who's actually like taking an interest in me and believing in me and feels like, and you know, wants the best for me, and you're gonna take that away from me, because that's how I feel. Like, girl, you ain't want nothing to do with her for this whole beginning of the season, and now all of a sudden that she found someone, even though I'm a little worried about him too. Because by the end of episode 5, we know why. But I'm a little worried about him too. But still, it's like, girl, you won't want nothing to do with me. But now that I found someone, now you all concerned. You weren't concerned when you was dissing me, honey, boo boo kitty. But yeah. So they're getting close. She's liking him, and he has a key to her apartment. Eventually, he gets into her apartment. We don't know what he took, but I think by like the episode, in the midst of episode 5, I think it was, or 4, we saw that he actually stole a backup copy of her prescription pills, and he threw those down the drain. Why? Because dun dun dun, number 7 has powers. Yes, and it's like, she has this, some people do with sound waves. You can clearly see it when she plays the music, or she's just making, I don't know if it's just like body heat, or it's just like just hearing her control her breath. It's just, that's when you can see it. But she doesn't know it. She's been told all her life she was nothing special. She was just regular and ordinary. But why? Because she's been taking her pills since she was very young, since her dad first, you know, as long as she can remember pretty much, and the dad had her. And it's like, why is dad giving her these pills? Why did he suggest her powers? Who else knows about this in the family? Because he can't keep the secret all by himself. So it's like, who else knows? But yeah, we've learned she has a power because, and also the guy was like, she was like, oh, I want to be in the first chair. She was like, you know, but wasn't too sure about herself. And, you know, he was like reassuring, like, girl, you're gonna get that first chair. And then lo and behold, auditions was open for her. Conveniently, the girl who had first chair came up missing. Why? Because he killed her. I called it before it was even said. I'm like, yeah, he killed that girl for her. She ended up, auditioning, and you can see her. That's when you first get introduced to her having powers. It's her playing the violin, and it was like sound waves coming out of it. And I don't know the type of effect it has on people. Like, we don't really know too much about it as far as yet. We just know that she has them, and we need to know why were they covered up? What type of powers can she do more? Why does this boy know that she has powers? Why did he take the pills? And it's just a bunch of stuff. Like, why? All these questions. It's like we was trying to get answers, and we're just left with more questions at this point, too. Also, number 2, Diego. I felt so bad for him because it's this cop girl that he used to date when he was, I guess, back in the police academy. Got kicked out, not dating no more. And he just wanted her to, trust in him and, them be like a team. But she was, sticking by the code. Like, she was trying to stay by that code. And at the last minute, when she found Klaus, she was like, okay, she called him, but the guy didn't deliver the message to him until it was too late. 30 minutes too late. And by that time, she was already dead. Which I found so heartbreaking. Because it was like, damn, he lost his mom. Now he lost the woman, and he was still, obviously, we can clearly see that. And mama money. We get money. The pyramid mama money. The pyramid mama money. We get money. The pyramid mama money. He just want revenge at this point. So they got Klaus free. He is starting to get more in tune with his powers as we see that the drugs are wearing off more and more. His brother, number 6, is trying to help him. You need to learn how to harness your power and not be scared of it. So he's talking to the people the people who have casually killed, they were there talking to him. But I want to see him use his powers a little bit more. I want to see what more he can do. Because I didn't personally know he can do more. I just want to see it actually take form. I was just waiting for the whole time. I wanted him to be able to break himself out free and, kill him. But, that won't happen because then the season will be over pretty much fast. But, yeah. So, also, as he was breaking free, as the cop saved him, he went through the vents, and in the vents, the guy who was trying to kill him, Hazel, I think that's his name, he had left their briefcase, and the contents in this briefcase is basically the time portal to go back to different times, like how number 5 can just jump through time. They have that in their little briefcase, probably more powerful than number 5. But so Klaus used it, and he was on his way, I'm guessing home, and he opened it because he wanted to see if there was money in it, and it sucked him into a time. Now, when he came back the next day. So, he looked like he had been through war. That's basically what the tags, the tattoos, just the look and everything, it just looked like he came back to war. Now, when he told number 5, because number 5 found out eventually, because he knows the symptoms of someone who just time traveled. So he was he was gone for a year. And that's crazy to me. Because it was he only jumped till yesterday for us. I mean, till tomorrow for us. And then, but in him, he was gone for a year. Almost a year. That's fucking crazy to think of that. It's only been a day, and for you, it's been a year. Crazy. So much, probably, your mind is just so much more than that at that point. You change over a year. So it's hopefully, and it's he's been to war too, and we know how veterans come back and after that too, and we don't even know which war. Was it World War I? Was it World War II? Was it the Civil War? Which war was it? So it'd be interesting to see him use his power more. But he ended up breaking that whatever happened to him when he was away. He ended up, it caused so much harm in him that he broke their suitcase, so they can't time travel back to where they was from anyway. So and so it ends pretty much episode 5 is coming to an end. Number 5 and number 1 is trying to meet up with the kidnappers to tell them that they can get their suitcase back. Number 2 and number 4, Klaus and Diego, they are trying to go find their kidnappers because they pretty much shot at them to try to kill them. And they broke down their car, so they had to get a full ice cream truck. But the brothers don't know that each other is going to the same spot, pretty much. So they tricked them. Number 1 and number 5 tricked them with a suitcase that they thought was theirs, but it's not. Because number 5 wants to talk to the leading lady, because we also got to see more about number 5. I didn't mention this. We got to see a little bit more of as he got really old. And he was basically a hitman. And we got to see a little bit of the stuff that's actual historical events that he's done. But he pretty much was telling that he was playing them because he wanted to get back to the time. He wanted the time jump. So he ended up doing that, but so we got to see the lady. So she ended up coming. She, in the midst of them thinking they're giving them a briefcase, they thought it was a setup because we see number 2 and number 4 come and the ice cream truck come and run them over because he's so sad because they done killed his woman and he was seeking revenge. He is seeking revenge. And so the lady who initially told number 5 about this, about becoming a hitman for them, she came and freeze the time so nobody's dead yet. So in order for them to save all of their lives, number 5 had to agree to go back with her to work for her, basically like a management type deal, because of how good he is. And you know, he took that deal because he knew that he was like pretty much not in the time zone anymore. That was pretty much like he like grown older, so his consciousness is like way much older. So it's like that's not right. It's not his time anymore. It was something that was never supposed to happen. He wanted the apocalypse to not happen, but she said that it's supposed to happen. This is the way it's supposed to be. Also to note that number 5 to end up telling number 1 and number 2 about what happened, that the apocalypse happened in about 4 days, and that they all died because, and I'm thinking that they need to work together, like, because it's probably because, you know, brothers and sisters are so always fighting, they don't never have to get along. So it's like, you know, guys, get along so y'all can stop this apocalypse. Maybe I really want to see what's gonna happen. I really just want to see what's gonna happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but you never know, you know. So yeah, they went back, and number 7 ended up getting her the first chair because he killed her, you know, and she had the power, and they ended up, you know, getting it on, get and win. And the biggest shock to me is we end the season, episode 5, coming to an end. The last scene, the monkey man, I don't know his name. I keep forgetting to remember his name, but it was like the friend of the dad. He put mom back together, and what he said is like, you remember what happened, right? Yeah, I says, okay, so we can't tell the kids or something like that. And this is basically, it's like, what is he talking about? Does he know the people who were after number 5? Is he the one who killed dad, or is she the one who killed dad? They're trying to keep it a secret, or do they know that Vaughn, number 7, has powers that is activated or something? Like, what was that? We just like left on a big cliffhanger, and oh my god, I cannot wait to finish the rest of the season because it's getting so much better. So far, as the season goes on, I give this show, it's jumped up to a 9 for me. It jumped up to a 9 because it kept me interested, like from beginning to the end of these last 2 episodes. Interested. So that is my recap, my review. It was good. It's a good show. It's getting good. Like most shows, it has to build up character development, I guess, blah blah blah, and it has to get good. And that it did. It did not disappoint. And I really hope it comes back for like a season 2, season 3, season 4. I really hope it prospers very long. Oh yeah, that is my review. If you have any questions, want me to watch any other shows, let me know in the comments below. Thank you and bye bye. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Hello. Thank you, and bye-bye. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Then we're free, it's a thing. I'm seeing the pain, seeing the pleasure.